never work with animals or babies.
And here we are working with our own. Welcome to another episode of At Home with the Hutchinsons. And, well, we're joined by a very special guest.
Our baby Gabe.
Baby Gabe. We've set him up an account in the UK. We've set him up an account here in the UAE.
Yeah.
He has his own tiny little debit card. He can spend it not on stupid things like I did. Gabriel, do you have anything to say on the matter? And this is all new for all of us.
If the worst were to happen, who would take care of Gabriel?
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel quite sad.
Gabe, you okay?
I want him to be an avid traveller.
But how much of this did our parents do? It's difficult not to when you have something like this on podcast set with you.
They say never work with animals or babies.
And here we are working with our own baby.
Gaby baby.
Gaby baby. Welcome to another episode of...
Hello. Coming alive just at the right time.
Welcome to another episode of At Home with the Hutchinsons. And, well, we're joined by a very special guest, which was very unplanned.
When nap time ends at the right time.
Here we go. So if you've not tuned into us before, this is At Home with the Hutchinsons with me, Cameron.
And me, Amelia, a.k.a. Mummy.
And
our baby Gabe.
baby Gabe.
Baby Gabriel.
He's having a fabulous time. His first time in front of the camera. I guess then, since he's here with us, we should probably start off by saying that our lives have changed irrevocably for the better.
Absolutely.
But when you have a new addition to the family, there are some changes which inevitably need to be made.
For example, the extra chair.
How would you say the adjustment of having Gabriel has meant to our planning and our goals and our routines? How has having an extra person to consider contributed to that?
I think we are more conscientious with our own goals, ensuring that he's included and making sure that what we have planned is as beneficial for him as it is for us. I think financially, we want to make sure that he has everything that, we want him to have, and he has a stable and loving household.
Yep.
But yeah, he's definitely a factor in
Hi.
all of our decisions, I would say.
I totally agree. Gabriel, do you have anything to say on the matter? Very excited by the sounds of it. Okay, well, look, let's get straight into it. I think what's really important, or what has been really important for us, is having Gabriel, yes, welcome to our life and slot in to a certain degree, but it's also about making sure that we're setting up life for him.
Absolutely.
And setting him up for a decent future. Now, we are avid savers. We like to make sure that we've got enough money squirreled away for rainy days, projects, holidays, our retirement, etc. But something that we did when we were back in England at the end of last year was...
we set him up his own savings account. So we went into...
Clearly he likes money
went
too.
Into the Building Society and we set him up his own child saver, which has quite a lot of Christmas money in there already. But we just feel like it's important. Family and friends want, to gift him money sometimes instead of presents when we're not around on the holidays. And we just thought, actually, what better way to start managing your money than having some savings behind him.
So then we've set him up an account in the UK.
Yeah.
We've set him up an account here in the UAE.
Yeah, with his own tiny little debit card.
He has his own tiny little debit card with Gabriel Hutchinson on the credit card. Well, debit card. Okay, so setting up a savings account is important, UK and UAE, for people to be able to deposit money, for us to be able to set an amount of money each month from our own earnings to squirrel away so that hopefully when he becomes of age, he can spend it not on stupid things like I did when I got my money when I became of age.
Yeah.
And this is all new for all of us.
Tired.
As well as setting up a bank account, though, what other things were important to you to set up in readiness of either him arriving or post-arrival?
I think the savings account was the big one financially. We obviously have some decisions to make around who we're going to have as our guardians for him, because we want to have him christened next year, and I think it's important to have lots of people that love him all around him. I think that's been probably the most important one aside from the financials for me.
Okay, so then first of all, just explain the guardian thing in a bit more detail, because it's fairly common for us based on our upbringing and our culture, etc. But for those that don't know, explain what
I think
guardianship
guardians are, it sounds awful to talk about it, but you have to talk about these things. Like when we did our wills, if the worst were to happen, who would take care of Gabriel? And we wanted to make sure it was somebody that aligns with our values and has their own family values, has their own family. We haven't actually officially asked them yet. But
we have decided though, haven't we?
We know who our guardians are going to be. So yeah. And that's really important, just to make sure, should the worst happen, that he would be happy and healthy and cared for. And it's horrible to think about sometimes, but you do have to plan these things just in case.
You
to
do.
Make sure he's looked after.
But also, I think the choosing of guardians, and also when you get chosen to be guardians and conversations happen, it's a really special thing,
Hugely,
right? Because ultimately what we're saying is, if something were to happen to us, Gabriel would be looked after by somebody else if we weren't here. So yeah, I do think it's massively important. Okay, so then what other things? Savings account, guardianship, yes.
We would like to set him up an email address, and we'd like to start registering him for the all-important Skywards Miles, because my big thing with Gabriel is I want him to travel. I feel like travel has been so invaluable to us, but I also think living in a different country has been the most valuable thing that we could have done. So yeah, I want him to be an avid traveller. So.
Well, he definitely needs to reach silver as quickly as
Probably
possible.
Quicker than I will.
Then gold, then platinum, so that we don't have to wait in any pesky queues, and we get preferential discounts on upgrades. Because we're Dubai residents, so it's important to do so.
I think it's interesting, though, when we talk to our parents about the things that we are prioritising for him, it's very different to what they prioritise for us. It's another example of us treading our own path, I think.
Well, yes. I mean, based on, and of course we were kids, right? So we probably didn't know the planning or the preparation that went into things when they had us. Gabe, you okay? Yeah? I'm having a lovely time, aren't we? But how much of this did our parents do? Now, I know for sure they set up bank accounts, and your parents did the same, but did they think, actually, we need to set up Cameron or Amelia with a Skywards account so that they can begin earning air miles? No, probably not. Did they consider having an email address? No. Did they consider taking hundreds of photos every single day to document our lives? Some, yes, but we take a lot of photos of you, don't we?
Well, I think as the second child from my parents, there's considerably less photos of me than there is of my older sister.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel quite sad. But my mum said she was only in the hospital for a matter of hours, and then the photographs, obviously, maybe it'd be the same if we had a second. You just don't know, the whole second child thing.
How many photos have we got of Gabriel? Are you prepared to... Well, not prepared, can you remember?
Check, maybe like 3,000.
3,000? No, it's more than that now.
Is it? I haven't checked
It's like 4 something.
Album.
Because, like now, for example, this is a classic example, by the way. If you don't have children and you're watching this podcast, you're probably thinking, why are you not focusing on, like, the conversation points? Why are you not looking at the camera?
Yeah.
Well, it's difficult not to when you have something like this on podcast set with you. There's a lot of dribble there, isn't there? Okay, so what we're basically saying here then is, as our first son, we have prioritised making sure that, one, we've documented hundreds
Yeah.
of thousands,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
not hundreds of thousands, but thousands of photos of him. We have made sure that we've set up a clear savings goal for him so that
Financial
over
setup.
time, financially, he's set up. And then we've done some extra, what we might class as miscellaneous items to make sure that you really are the coolest kid in town. Because you want to have free upgrades on planes and things.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise until recently that you told me that you can only start earning miles from when they're 2.
I think it's if they're 2 or if you book them their own seat, but they can't earn Skywards if they sit on your knee,
Because that would be cheeky.
which he has done for the last flight. So, but I hope for the next few he'll be the same, and then when he gets bigger, he'll have his own seat.